Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Ohio State Call-In Show, presented by FanDuel. Here at Ohio State, the voice of college football, I am your host, Garrison Gaddy, as always, on a Thursday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please be sure to like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Also, check out all our social media, whether it be on X, Instagram, Facebook. We're all there for you. And also, check out our website at www.vocfb.com, where you can check out all of the awesome writers that we have that keep you up to date with everything that's going on around the college football landscape. And also, check out the schedule that we have for all the channels, whether you be a Buckeye, whether you be a Wolverine. They actually come on at 8 tonight for their call-in show. Shout out to TJ, John, and Johnny. Also, Oklahoma, anything that you are looking for, most teams, we have it here for you at the Voice of College Football. First off, I'm gonna laugh at this real quick because shout out to Jam, because when I created the live, I had no idea. I thought I changed it, but I was at lunch, but I had no idea that I had put it for 3:40 p.m. So clearly that is not what we're doing. I do have a career. I do have things other than this, so I have things I got to do. But shout out to Jam for pointing that out to me. Love you, girl. Look at it. Someone new in here. Go Gators. Says personally, I think it might be Southwest Louisiana Tech that wins the whole thing next year. I heard they had a good portal class and their coach knows how to give a halftime speech. And then he follows it up with, nobody's afraid of Ohio State as long as you have that jackass Ryan Day. That's a lot right there. But I mean, first off, shout out to you. First off, thank you for coming into Ohio State, the Voice of College Football. Thank you for joining. I hope you go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button too, and also hit that hype button, gets to the algorithm. But with that being said, listen, I would love to punch down at you right now, but there's no need to. I mean, we may have that jackass Ryan Day. You are still stuck with Billy Napier. You still have him. You are out at a quarterback. You did have Lagway, who I'm a big fan of. I think he did good by getting away from you guys. I think you guys were a detriment to his ability and to his career. I think you guys are leading him astray on the wrong path. So shout out to DJ Lagway for getting out of Gainesville, and shout out to you, Go Gators, for joining us here at the House of the Voice of College Football, man. Much appreciated. Shout out to our friend, member here, Doreen. Hello, Garrison, and all the Buckeyes, of course. Always hello to you, Doreen. Much love to you, my friend. And also, everybody, if you want to be like Doreen and some of the other people here that are members here, you can hit that join button, become a member here at Ohio State, the Voice of College Football. Join the Blocko Club. JT wasn't short because we all know that he wasn't, and we don't give a damn, and you know the rest. Oh shoot, man! Shout out to my guy Mama, and he says no, they don't. Garrison, man, shout out to you, bro. Shout out to my boy Marma. Hey, by the way, everybody, depending on where you are in the U.S., that whether that be the Midwest, the East Coast, the South, the northern Midwest, like I am, stay safe out there, everybody. Of course, we have another winter vortex here in the Midwest, and that means it's going to reach the south too. I know you guys are getting a lot of sleet down there, getting some snow, and you guys don't have the infrastructure down there in SEC land to get through this, but that can be dangerous for you also. Hope you guys are doing okay. And then if you're people like me who's up in the Midwest, northern Midwest, around the Great Lake region, you especially stay safe. Went outside to the driveway this morning because I was too lazy to shovel last night. Woke up this morning and excuse me for a second, thought I had to sneeze, and that right there is what this weather does to you. But yes, I came out there, saw there's about probably 9 inches to a foot of snow out there. So yeah, man, it's really bad, but thankfully I have 4-wheel drive and an SUV, so life is gonna be fine over here. But yeah, stay safe over here. Make sure you have a generator. If you don't, again, we you just gotta put that out there for you all, because I know it's hard times. It's supposed to be negative 15 actually where I live in here in Michigan this Saturday, so good snowboarding weather. But today, again, everyone, this is the call-in show. So if you do want to call in, Marmar, I see you down there, my guy. Of course, you are always welcome, and anyone else is. Go Gators if you would like to. And again, yes, this is an Ohio State show. But if you would like to talk about your team or anything else going around the college football landscape, you are truly free to do that here. One thing I do want to talk about here is the whole Menza situation. And yeah, see, shout out to Kurt Wilson right here. He says snow is fine, but in Texas, ice does a lot of damage here. I bet, bro. I bet it does. And again, I hope you guys all stay safe right down there. I want to talk about this because I think it's well known now, but I think it was well known a couple of years ago, but now it's just on the forefront that Miami's out here trying to take people's quarterbacks, people's players, and right now Miami is the ultimate dirty macker in college football. And if you don't know what a dirty macker is, everybody, someone who dirty macks, I'll give you an example. Let's say you have guy A and guy B. Now, guy A is trying to talk to this woman, or he has a woman. But then what guy B comes and does is maybe say disparaging things about the guy, maybe says something along the lines of like he goes up to the girl and says, "Hey man, you got a boyfriend?" And she goes, "Yeah." He goes, "Oh, okay, but do you love him though?" That's the type of thing that Miami does. And and right now, I mean, when they couldn't get Levitt for whatever reason, and now you're going after another interconference player in Menza over at Duke, one of the better quarterbacks in the country. And also, don't forget, my goodness, Buddy from Washington, the quarterback over there. It's very clear that Miami's trying to poach someone's quarterback because clearly they can't recruit anybody and develop them. Which maybe for them that's not their thing. That's not their go-to, their lingo, their steez. But regardless of the fact, that's what they are. They're a dirty macker, Miami is. And I think right now it's important, of course, if you guys don't know the situation already, until February 2nd, he can enter the transfer portal, but no NIL anywhere. He can't go to school anywhere else. He is stuck where he is essentially, or he's just not going to play football. And George, I saw you down there, buddy, in about 2 seconds, so you can come back up, man. Yeah, I think it's really important for the ACC right now to make sure that this does not happen within their conference. I really do think it's important they do that. Hey, those tacos, you are not lying. LSU is dirt too. They are dirt too. Dirty mackers. Exactly what they are. They go right behind your back and try and steal your girl from under you, right from under you. So yeah, I think the ACC definitely has to do something about that. I also think that with the transfer, because here's the problem for Menza. It'd be one thing if you were to leave in the portal when it opened, maybe even a week into it. What you did was that you waited until the 11th hour, and then you decided to go. That's a problem, and that's after you were helping recruiting guys there. The wide receiver just left. The best wide receiver from Duke just left. Like, man, you're putting them in a very bad situation. And I think that if you are putting them in Duke in a what do they say in the language? Man, I can't remember the language they use for that, but basically put them in a bad situation that they can't recover from. Yeah, that's horrible. And they should Duke football should protect themselves from that. They really should. Because I don't think Ohio State will let this happen to them. I don't think the Wolverines would. I don't think Oregon would. I think a lot of big programs would not let this happen. But yeah, man, so I mean, shout out to Menza. I mean, I understand, man, go get paid, but don't be dirt about it. In Miami, y'all got to keep your nasty hands off other people's girls. But that's football players. That's a better way to say it. Football players. But let's bring up our first caller here. Actually, real quick, we're going to do a quick commercial. Then we're going to bring up our first caller, my guy, Timothy Thunder Redmond. But quick message here from the Voice of College Football.
College football is even more exciting when you've got some action on the line, and the games are even better when you're cashing in. And the Voice of College Football is the place to be to get the greatest value. Start with my picks. 75% against the money line, 58% against the spread, and I've got a 40-plus year track record. 11-0 in the college football playoff for me last year against the money line, 8-3 against the spread. And I'm just the warm-up act. Steve Merrill of Wager Talk is our ace in the hole, show stopper. 7 years with the Voice of College Football, over 30 years in the industry. Steve gives us analysis on all the big games, but you can't miss Steve's weekly under-the-radar pick. 28-12 against the spread the last 3 years. You also get picks from some of our top analysts here at the Voice of College Football, including Corey Bratta, Matt Zemek, and Steve Dace. Check out those numbers. Become a YouTube or Patreon member for just $99 per month. Go to the main channel on YouTube, click join, and then select the betting tier. Do the same thing on Patreon. Make 2025 a winner now.
So yeah, most definitely do that. Also, if you do gamble, make sure you're 21 or older. And if you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Real quick, yeah, doing exactly. Gators, call in. I want to hear what you have to say. I want to talk about my jackass of a coach that you said. Shout out to the OSU Anthony says go Bucks. Hey, go Bucks, baby. And then shout out to Marmar. He says no, it's that right there. Hey, Marmar, we have a strict rule here. We don't cuss on this channel, so please keep that shit somewhere else. Let's bring my first caller here, Timothy Thunder Redmond. Tim, man, what's going on, brother? How you doing?
Good.
What's new with you?
Good. What happened to all the money that they had down there? What happened to it? They broke now.
You talking about the SEC?
Mm-hmm.
No, they got money. They just don't have enough. It's not that because I heard Nick Saban say this, and he said that the Big Ten is overpaying. It's not necessarily that the Big Ten is overpaying. The Big Ten just has more money. Now, if teams are working around the same deficit and the same dollar amounts, then yes, you can go ahead and say that. But no, it's just the Big Ten has more money. The Big Ten has better contracts, especially when it comes to revenue sharing for the conference and through the TV deals. I think Tom Fornelli said this. I heard this yesterday or today early. He said that even when it comes to NIL contracts, the Big Ten writes better contracts or more ironclad contracts than the SEC does. So that's why you see a lot of their guys getting screwed down there in the ACC too. But yeah, man, no, they ain't broke. They just don't have as much. They don't have as much money.
Do you think that two different teams should play in the Rose Bowl next year?
Say that again.
But do you think that the two different conferences who do you think that they should let somebody else besides the Big Ten be in the Rose Bowl next year?
No, that is ours. We own that building. We own it. Of course, you guys won in 20. You guys won in 23 there against Bama. We donkey stomped Oregon there last year, and then Oregon
21. You forget about the Utah losses. They lost to the Ryan Day, and somehow and we all know that for some reason I'm still surprised that he even won a Rose Bowl, James Franklin.
Yeah, man. Hey, listen, that is ours. Of course, the Pac-12 still does exist, I believe, but no, that's the Big Ten stadium now. UCLA does play in it. They do rent it out. I mean, they pay for it. I mean, they're in the conference. Yeah, that's the Big Ten stadium now. That's the mecca of the big. I think it's the mecca of college football. If I'm being completely honest,
I had the chance to win the Cotton Bowl 3 straight years, but it didn't happen.
No, for sure. So what else was on your mind?
The who should Indiana be be number one because they went undefeated, or they got to earn that spot?
Just like you mean coming into next year?
Yeah.
I would say earn. I think every single season. Well, first of all, let me say this. I just to answer your question, I think that they should be a top 5, top 6 team. I still want to see what they look like when they replace their roster. I think they're going to still be a really good team. They're going to have really good players. They have Hoover coming out of TCU, quarterback going there. He's going to be really good. So I think they'll be fine, and I believe they have the best football. I think they have the best coach in college football. I think Chris Ignay is the best coach in college football. So I think they'll be fine. They have the talent. Hopefully everything would Nick Marsh works itself out there. with his situation I believe he has going on. But no, they're going to be fine. They're recruiting his game better. Also, Signetti has shown that he can develop. So if you give Signetti guys who like more talented younger players who want to develop over 2 to 3 years, he's going to have them even more so ready, right? So yeah, I think they'll be
If
fine.
he's
They'll be a really good
a
team.
Big Ten Nick Saban,
Say again?
if he's a Big Ten version of Nick
No,
Saban.
no, that person's name is Urban Meyer.
Uh,
But no, but I get what you're saying though. It's a quick turnaround when Nick Saban took over Bama. Bama wasn't that good. But what Kurt Signetti is doing right now is unprecedented in college football. Honestly, it is in college sports to take a team that going into this season. Indiana had 6 top 10 wins in their program's history. They doubled that just this season. Like it's I don't know. There's nothing else to say of it. I mean, even saying that it's impressive, I think is like shortcutting, like shorting it, man.
what
It's
crazy is they have 0% blue chip players, so that's the new standard. You don't need the blue chip players to win a title, so
no,
they're making that a standard at their place.
no. I would say that um,
They got lucky.
it still matters, but it doesn't matter as much as it used to. It because for me personally, I've always felt that once you pass a year or two, however many stars you were, honestly, even in your sophomore season, but after year two, whatever stars you were matters not to me. At that point, I expect you to be playing, making plays on the field, being able to get on the field, and I'll show your worth. And if you cannot do that, your star rating matters. It's not doesn't matter anymore. So now what you're able to do is go out and get proven players who maybe they were a 1 star, maybe they were a 2 star at a high school, but now they have shown that they could play the collegiate level. I don't care. Like Ohio State got a guy at a UTSA. He's a proven guy. That's the type of guy Kurt Signetti will go after. So yeah, you still need him, but the blue chip ratio does not matter as much as it used to.
Are they gonna get rid of Larry Johnson and he have a poor class again?
Say it again.
Last summer, there was some rumors that some people in your fan base they wanted him gone because
Who?
there was some major misses on the D line. Larry Johnson,
Larry
they wanted
Johnson?
him.
Larry
Yeah,
Johnson's fine. That boy is fine. He just got his Quay Russo, who still has to show his worth, but I'm hoping he can develop him, which is what he does. And then, I mean, you're talking about getting James Smith, who was a really good player for Alabama last year when he played in rotation. Has a lot of talent there too. I mean, 2 of those guys are top 20 players out of high school. So, and Larry Johnson over the last 2 years, he's gotten guys drafted. He's about to have 2 defensive tackles go in the first round back to back. So right now, Larry Johnson, man, he's going nowhere, and chances are he might retire after Edric, because he said he will be there as long as Edric is there, and that's what they promised in his recruitment. But yeah, Larry Johnson, man, yeah, a lot of people wanted him gone. It was never on him.
Jeremiah Smith. The can Chris the Henry. He gonna break Jeremiah Smith freshman record or
Who?
Chris
No, no.
his
The
freshman
wide
record.
receiver room, the wide receiver room. First off, he's not Jeremiah Smith coming out of high school. But on top of that, the wide receiver room is deeper than I think a lot of people thought it was going to be. There's a lot of guys that can maneuver around. Also, Ohio State, we also just got one of LSU's most talented players off their team who's a wide receiver. And even LSU fans said, yeah, like he's a guy. So like I'm really interested to see like how that works out. But no, I don't think he's gonna put up those type of numbers. There's no way. And if he and I'll tell you what, if he does, natty, natty. Yeah, anything else, Tim, before we go to the next caller?
No, wait a minute. Did I just found out that a running back we got out of the transfer for Proto. He might be playing
Who
safety
Kuzdal?
safety.
Oh, Tatum. Oh.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I don't know if he's much of a running back. Honestly, he was injured last year as a running back, and then the year before he had fumbling issues. So I like for me, I'm not a believer in him. And again, it's like I said, once you're into year 3, I gotta see what you are doing past that, and he hasn't shown anything worth that 5-star rating he had. I think he was the number 1 running back out of high school. So no, I mean maybe he can play safety. He played some of it in college. I mean in high school. So yeah, maybe it's a good move for him. So if
He
sometimes if
also
guys are
played
good
wide
on offense, they play
receiver
defense.
in college. He also played wide receiver in college. No, in high school.
He ain't playing wide receiver. You guys' wide receiver room is pretty good, so he ain't playing wide receiver. All right, Tim, man, appreciate you, brother. Hey, you stay warm out there, all right? You stay safe and you have a good night, all right? God bless.
You too.
Appreciate you, man. Yeah, shout out to Timothy, man. Timothy's a good guy right there, good guy. But before we continue, everybody, another quick message here from the Voice of College Football. Get your business, product, service, or personal brand to the next level by partnering with the Voice of College Football, and let's discuss how you also can reach your target market. This will help you build your show, brand, generate. I'm sorry. Check out the experience of one of our current partners posted here on the screen, that being Win Agency and our partners over at FanDuel. And just like them, we are here to deliver for you. Contact us at sponsorships@vocfb.com. Again, that is sponsorships at vocfb.com today. All right, man. Let's bring up my guy, my friend, my Puerto Rican brethren, my boy Drew. Drew, what's going on, man?
What's good, bro? Finally got some
What's
time
good?
to call in.
Wait. I forgot. And Kuzdal Truther. I forgot to say that too. Kuzdal Truther. All right. What's up, man?
We had a conversation about it on X. Yeah. I mean, we just disagree a little bit about him. I just think he's a solid RB3.
No, real quick, because now we can use our words and we can make this short because I'm sure there's other things we can talk.
Yeah, most definitely.
He runs hard. Okay, he runs hard. I'm not taking that away from him.
Okay. Bro, he does run funny, bro.
You remember that? I can't remember his name, but that running back that's been at Purdue.
Oh my God, you're talking about number 45.
Yes, is he not? Is that not him?
He was a good running back for them, though.
He ain't that good.
I don't know what he could be. Like, honestly, like a whole full off season of him, like knowing he can be. I don't know what but I know that Saman Hyder's probably gonna overtake him,
bro. And I hate this because the kid's from Grand Rapids. He is.
No, he does unorthodox. He does.
But if you're gonna be from the city, you better be Trinidad. You better be Trinidad good. I just like when I see him, right?
Hey.
Cutback ability. Like when I look, because this is a position I love. I studied my whole life, played it.
Of course.
Cutback ability, speed, agility.
Why do you say speed?
Because I don't think he can break one.
He runs damn near a 4.3.
I haven't seen it.
Dog. He was fine. I think. I mean, I guess that's why I say
like. Does he have a stiff arm game? No,
but like, bro, he
don't break, bro. That dude runs hard and falls. He runs hard and falls.
Whoa! Look, in Texas, he ran hard and did not fall. He did, bro. He has a clip against Texas alone where he took on 2 guys. Bounced off
like 80 yards. He had like 80 yards that game, right?
Yeah, it was the game Bryce threw like 50 times. I mean, you knew they were just gonna let him throw the ball around. The game didn't matter that much. But I think he's gonna be solid. I mean, to close with this, because I don't want to spend too much time on our running back 3. Like, I think he's solid, and I think it would be foolish to say that he didn't earn the shit that he got last year. I mean, bro, JP is talented.
I wouldn't be surprised if Capana was better than him.
I'm not even going to push back because I like Capana. I do. I like his speed. He's and Kuz is faster than him, but more complete back, probably not. But I do think that Micah might transfer though. That's just my feel. I don't have anything on that. You have Hyder and Kuzdal for another year. Well, Hyder for 3 years, but yeah, I think that room is fine, bro. Like, you got your top 3 guys, but I won't spend too much time on that. I think he's gonna be.
Yeah, what's going on? I want
to talk about this Indiana shit, bro, because
Let's do it.
I think I'm gonna get called a hater so bad for this, so I'm prepared for it. I think it was great what he did. Amazing what he did for Indiana. I think the storyline is great. But I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like the formula hasn't been done. That's what I think is overblown in this situation.
Who has
The
done this?
formula,
Who has done this formula?
the formula of getting older players.
No. The
Transfer.
formula. No, the formula because he had a huge influx of transfer players. I'm talking
Yeah,
about
that
who
was
has
from
done
the
it where
squad.
you go into the portal, though the first year is a lot of your guys, like Elijah Surratt, Pons, they're James Madison guys.
They still had those in year 2.
Yeah, but you get guys, forget the star, because what happened the first 2 years of the portal, guys were going after people who used to be big 4 or 5 stars, blue chip players, where he didn't do that.
No, continuity.
He production.
Of course, continuity matters. And I think that's what's in chemistry. Foundation matters. I'm going off of data and proof within the last 3 champions now. I think the storyline overtakes what actually happened, in my opinion. Like, the greatness of the story is overlapping because it's Indiana.
I think that's one of the best teams I've ever seen in my life.
I completely disagree, but that's fine. I mean, I can understand. I just think the storyline enhances what was done, and I still think he's a great coach. And to your point, you said he was best coach. I mean, it's kind of hard to argue that he's not the best coach right now from what he did. But foundation, continuity, I tweeted about this, chemistry, all matters.
What about talent? Shout out to Aaron, but what about talent?
Talent acquisition? They had talent in the team. You can go the whole
talent depth.
The depth you got, but like talent, yeah, the older guys. This has been proven. It's a proven formula over the last 3 years. An old team wins natties.
Yeah, but
the old team with great coaching.
But Ohio State's team might have been somewhat old. Bro, those are some of the best players coming out of high school in that team.
Of course. Like 23 Michigan did it. And
like JTT and Jack Sawyer were top, not at their position. They were top 4 recruits in the country.
Right. That was one out of the last 3 national champions.
I think the last 3 ways have been done different ways. And 3 different playing styles.
Ohio State on paper was the most talented. Michigan was the most homegrown. And Indiana was the most transfer portal.
And best coached.
No, not best coached.
Yeah, they were best coached.
No, bro. We legit, bro. Jim Harbaugh and Jesse Minter clear.
Bro,
they're both head coaches in the NFL right now.
If Signetti won an NFL job right now, he would get it. He would get it.
Yeah, he would.
But he said he doesn't want to.
Right, I have proof.
Bro, he has 2. Wait, do you know how many losses he has right now?
Bro, I have proof on 2 different levels.
Wait,
of success.
How many losses does he have right now? At Indiana?
I don't know. Tell me.
2. And who are those 2 teams?
Who did you lose to last year?
The 2 teams that played in the national championship last season.
Right. I have proof of different concepts.
He went 16-0.
That is great. But you're talking about total staff, like from the 23 team, like to even though Ohio State, like it's all great continuity, but like as far as terms as coaches, they don't have better coaches than either of them.
Let me ask you this.
Himself.
I want you to think about. Imagine Signetti with Michigan this year.
Like the foundation of it.
Right now.
If
y'all had him right now, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking that we're in the playoffs. Again, I think everyone's foreshadowing this. Bro, the chemistry and foundation matters, bro. If he's with a completely different staff, I don't know.
He's done this with 2 different quarterbacks.
The quarterback, I'm talking about the staff. He's had the same staff.
Oh, yeah, and they're not leaving.
That's what gets me around to the point where I'm excited about my team because the foundation is the same. The chemistry is the same. I'm saying all this shit matters, bro. Ohio State, Chip fucking Kelly took them over the top. The guy in the room to say basically I don't give a fuck. Like, dog, I'm your mentor, basically. That type of energy in the room, in my opinion, got them over the top.
If I'm Ryan Day, you know what I'm saying to him? I own every single record of that college. You're
Hey,
welcome.
it's proven. It's proven. He came in. They won a natty. Ryan Day goes back to calling plays. You choke.
I think that he didn't choke. That had more so to do with. I mean, Ryan Day made a mistake holding the game plan for the third quarter, but there was nothing I thought we could have done to win that game. I thought we were gonna like look. I watched it a couple times now, a few times. The way that the way that the offensive line, specifically the right side offensive line, was set up, that wasn't gonna work. It just wasn't.
My grand scheme of this is just, I think the story.
You a hater,
bro. I just gave him immense credit.
I know.
I think the story is overblowing. The formula, what we've seen over the last few years. Yes, the blue chip ratio, quote unquote, not the same, but the formula is. And that's my point. That's why, to me, it's it wasn't as crazy that Indiana won it all, because they have the formula. That is the last.
Did you think they were going to win it all at mid-season through the season, mid-year?
Mid-year. No, when they beat Oregon, I think that was for real for me. On the road, I was like, okay, all right, bro. You went into that stadium, and bro, that it said 7 points. It wasn't 7 points.
No. I mean, speaking of, honestly, Timothy brought this up. So actually, I want to hear your thoughts on this real quick. So let me share this. I'm not sure if you've seen the future odds. And of course, the future odds here at the Voice of College Football are presented to you by FanDuel Sportsbook, that is. Right now, of course, as you see, Ohio State, Notre Dame are the favorites at plus 650 right now, odd-wise, to win the national championship. You also got Indiana there, number 4 at 700. Oregon at 9. USC is at 33.
Jesus.
You guys are right here at 4,000. Penn State at 6. Washington at 12.
Look at Fish.
Iowa's got some good. Iowa's got better odds to win a national championship than Florida State. What a world we live in. But what are your thoughts on this?
Never been really a margin guy for this stuff, but I would have Texas and Oregon at the top too.
How do you feel about Oregon's departures? They do bring back Mateo. I also do believe they bring back.
They brought their whole defensive line back.
Yeah, I think they bring back the best corner in college football.
Yeah.
And you brought in, man. You brought in White Lightning.
Fuck, bro. He brought in Coy.
Man, that was.
Bro, you don't remember that, bro? They got Coy.
I said White Lightning.
Oh, Gallon Bear?
No. I'm giving out the Coy.
Oh, no. He's
in the cool things, bro. Because Coy, like sneaky. Coy is one of the best. He's a top 5 athlete in college football. There's nothing that he can't do.
I love his film, bro.
If you need him to play running back, he could do it. Wide receiver, he could do it. Corner, safety. If you want to bring him down to the linebacker nickel, he can do everything, bro. He's that good.
That's exactly why I'm so excited for Smith Snowden. It's in that realm of just athletes, bro. But you can just play them anywhere, like a Swiss Army knife, and he's elite.
I actually, I don't think it was you. I said something to a Michigan fan. I said, day one, as soon as he steps into the facility, he's the best DB, corner or safety in that room.
Snowden?
Yes.
Nah, I can't, bro.
Shug is not. I'm not even calling him Shug. Jair Hill is not better than him,
bro. Shug is gonna be a first-round pick next year.
You told me that last year,
bro. He had a good year.
Then why is he still here?
To solidify his first-round pick. He already said that. He came out and said it.
So wait,
he's gonna be a
wait. So this is what I'm trying to hear from you. I turned down first-round money.
No, he's going to be a day 2 pick. He was going to be a day 2 pick.
Okay. And I don't think next year's draft is all that great at corner.
I think you have to. You looked at his year. He had a good year. Still things to clean up. Mm-hmm. If you're in his camp, why not? You're getting paid. You're getting paid mean, we paid him, and I think he's going to be a first round pick. He puts it all together. I mean, I think it's Jay Hill's. It's friendly. It's a good amount of match man, but dog, I mean, that scheme is friendly, and it's a simple, a lot of eye candy, just like the offense. Very simple to learn. I think that's what these guys need. Let your guys be. I'm a very in the realm of let your guys be guys. You don't always need to be the smartest dude in the room. Wink.
How do you? So I made a comment under one of your posts. I think it was a week ago, maybe earlier in the week, and it had to do with your defensive line, Trey Pierce specifically.
Love
the
Trey.
guy that got ragdolled against Ohio State. And blown up. I mean, your whole defensive line was getting blown up by our tight ends, but
they're on the field 40 minutes.
What
offense?
I'm not hearing that excuse. So yeah, but every time I say that about the 2021 game, I get. Oh, who cares? So I'm just
wait. That 20. No. I can be reasonable about that. But even that 21.
But we were never on the field.
That defense is nowhere close to the defense that we had. Like, that defense was terrible.
No. They had good players. Yeah, Hutch on it. But no. Like, how do you feel about that defensive line right now? Because when I look at it, I think we're going to a second straight year where Ohio State's defensive line is going to be better than yours. But I just had to say that. But yeah, how do you feel about them right now? How do you feel about the depth at D tackle? How do you feel about the starters at D tackle? I know you have confidence in Trey Pierce. I can understand that, even though I think he had a lackluster season. But yeah, how do you feel?
I mean, Trey Pierce is the only good D tackle on the field. I don't understand how you would. That I completely disagree with. He's the only one that took a massive jump from year to year. So he improved. I'm excited for him. Inoue, I'm excited for his development. Those are gonna be your two starters. There was nobody,
right? True sophomore.
Who?
No,
Eno was like fucking. You could say he's his true sophomore year, bro. Eno is a senior. He's gonna.
Whoa! Eno's a senior.
He started at edge. That's why I give him grace, because they moved him, and he had to learn a completely different position. He went from 6'5" to 260 to fucking 6'5", 320. So he had to learn a completely new position with a new body. Yeah, with a new body, and he had a decent year this year, solid. And I think he's gonna take a step, but I think he's another year away. I think his fifth year senior, he's gonna be pretty damn good. I feel good about the starters at the depth. No idea. I mean, I don't know. My edges, I'm not more so worried about, because there's a shit ton of talent in that room, and we have better coaching, so they're gonna figure that out. But D tackle, the depth, dog. You're staring down the barrel of freshmen. Right. I don't know where you go. Yeah, obviously they can pop. You
go to the walk-ons. You know, the walk-ons of the world, the Coos dolls.
I don't know where you go, bro. Like, coaching is night and day better, and they're gonna get the best out of these guys. I have no doubt about that.
No, I mean, you know how I feel about your head coach. I think he's one of my favorite coaches in college football. In all reality, I'm not gonna be a fake and then say I'm not a fan of the guy, or I can't, like, whatever, just because he's at your guys' program.
Yeah, we already talked about the rivalry is about to be respectful for the first time in shit. I don't even know how long.
No, and it's crazy. We have two guys who have no relations to the programs, none.
Yeah, this is it's just two damn good coaches.
That's really champion.
One impending. One in the hourglass.
Do you? I'm sure you do. You guys think you can.
You know, I'll be honest.
Do you think the junior year is like Bryce is just, so not this upcoming season, but the next season is the year you guys try to go for a run?
I think that's the year you put it all together.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're gonna have a very good wide receiver room. You're gonna have a very good running back room. I feel like you're gonna have to you're gonna have Marshall and Hyder back. So you're gonna have that punch. Wait, is he gonna be junior this year? Yeah, he is. I don't think he's leaving though.
He's not leaving.
I think he's gonna stay senior year to go for that formula of running that shit back. Like, we're old. I think offensive line. Me and you agree there. This year, next year, these are the years. These are the years for that. I think the
Yeah.
offense is set for the next 2 years. I think this year they're going to be damn good. It's this year. I trust Witt in the defense because he's defensive-minded coach. That is the only reason I'm not panicking about having questions about the defense for the first time and shit. But when was the last time you questioned? Yo, I don't know. Like I don't know about these positions. Like I don't know who's going to fill this. And the defense. It's been a long time, bro.
Yeah. Oh,
So
real quick. So Dos Taco says Day using 3 or more tight ends didn't work well to well when playing equal strength teams. That's what he did in the second half against Miami. The only time in the game he could move the ball. It didn't work all the time, but you just gotta use it at the right time. Juju, man, you got anything else left, man? Before I bring the next caller, bro. I'm sure I'll see you. You'll be over there at TJ and John show. But yeah, you got anything left?
No, I'm gonna head over there here in a minute, and I hope to see you on over there.
Hey, by the way, bro, I'm really proud of you for changing your photo back and not putting fine shit on top.
Hey, look, I got shit to tell you later, bro.
All right, I'll call you later. I'll call you later,
bro. For sure, bro. I'm gonna see you on the other show. You're gonna be on there.
All right. Peace, bro. Good talking to you.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh man, my guy. All right, man. Let's bring up our next caller here. My friend Rob over at the Buckeye Battle Cry Show. Rob, what's going on, man?
Not much, dude. It's about to be extremely cold tomorrow. School got called, so I got the day off. So yeah, man. But dude, tired of hearing about the Michigan Wolverines, man. Where everybody's trying to be Michigan. Everybody's trying to be Michigan. They're trying to duplicate, the formula, even though what Kurt Signetti did cannot be duplicated by any other coach. It's just what he did is just so unique, and I think we're just gonna see it once in this lifetime. And if we want to go the having older players work, Michigan wasn't the first team who did it. Remember the 2018 Clemson Tigers? Their whole entire defensive line came back for one more run.
And they just happened to have one of the greatest freshmen of all time.
Yeah. And wasn't that 2003 Ohio State Natty team littered with seniors? And they just so happened to, like juniors and seniors, they just so happened to have Maurice the Beast Claret at running back.
No, man, you see that like a lot of times, man, for these older teams, usually you have a freshman difference maker. I mean, for Ohio State, that's been what it is. 2002, like you brought up last season with Jeremiah. I don't think in 2014 we didn't have a freshman doing that. That was just kind of Zeke doing what Zeke does. But I mean, was JT a redshirt freshman that year
when they won the Natty?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was, and
he was a redshirt freshman.
Yeah, so he was, yeah. Man. It was, dude. He threw for like over 40 touchdowns. Had
one of the most fraudulent in Ohio State stars of all time.
Yeah, and then it's because Tom Herman left, got a head coaching job, and then who was it? Tim Beck and Ed Warner took over, and it was just a complete disaster. But speaking of OCs, man. If Ryan Day does not go out and get an experienced OC, because let's be honest, man, this Ohio State offense with all this talent, all this speed, it's not the you can't just bring in a coach that, hey, you know what, this is on the job training, you know what, we'll build you up to par. Like, no, you need someone experienced in order to run this NFL offense. I mean, dude, you have Jeremiah Smith, Chris Henry Jr. is coming in, Brandon Innes is back, you have Bo Jackson, Julian Heisman finalist Julian Sand is at the helm again, the quarterback, and it's just like, this is not the year, this is not the season coming up to promote within and have like on the job training, trying to figure it out in the middle of the year for an offensive coordinator. They need to find someone seasoned, someone who's been there at the highest level, possibly pick from the NFL. But if Ryan Day promotes internally, dude, I say we swarm the whack like it's January 6th, man. I'm serious, dude. We are going to bulldoze our way in there like January 6th. But
Look, I'll tell you what. So I see both sides of the argument. Now, me personally, would I rather go out and get an experienced guy? Yeah, I would rather Ohio State go out there and poach someone's OC at a college somewhere. I would prefer that. With that being said, I can understand the frustration in having one and done coordinators, especially on the offensive side, year after year after year. Not saying that would happen, but I could get how it could be annoying, or the fear of it happening could be annoying. Whereas maybe you want to get a young guy in there, build some up from within, and let it go that way. The problem, Ryan's not going to fully trust him in the first year. And then on top of that, so then how can they honestly grow? And on top of that, this is what you're looking at. Keenan Bailey can't be the OC. He just can't. He just can't. The next person you're asking to do it is Tyler Bowen, who has OC experience. What's the problem? Offenses can run the ball under him. Offenses don't do well passing under him. At that point, maybe you have an offensive a passing coordinator that then does that, but then you got too many cooks in the kitchen. Yeah. So it's a weird spot to be in. It really is, because I think offensively the talent's there. The offensive line comes back. I think there'll be some switch ups on the offensive line, like guys like Ian Moore playing and starting. I think the defense is going to be really good. I have a lot of faith in that, especially in that secondary. Those guys that we brought in, and the guys up in the front and the linebacker room. I trust under James Laurinaitis.
Yeah,
we need an OC, and I mean we need a good one.
I mean, go on.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead. I'm done.
All the other coaches are great, dude. Matt Guerrieri, Tim Walton, Larry Johnson, James Laurinaitis. We'll see what this new wide receiver. Who's it? Hankton.
He brought us one of LSU's best receivers.
Yeah,
I'm not complaining.
Yeah, definitely Kyle Parker.
Yeah.
But man, like, dude, this is just, if he does not hire a seasoned offensive coordinator, I can't take Ryan Day seriously, man. Because, dude, let's be honest. Brian Hartline was not a good offensive coordinator by any means. He just had a lot of talent, and it covered up a lot of deficiencies.
The defense did too,
until it couldn't cover it up any longer.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, the defense, but Matt Patricia, look, you can have all the talent in the field, but if you don't have a defensive coordinator to put it in the right place, aka Don Brown,
Dr. Blitz.
Yes, Dr. Blitz. And just like he knew what to do, exactly where to put the talent on the field. So I mean, exactly, he unleashed Arvell Reese, but man, like, who do you think are the possibilities? Because I'm hearing Press Taylor, Zach Taylor's brother.
Yeah. I personally will go after Cliff
Kingsbury.
I will go after Cliff, and I said on Monday, like, yeah, Ryan Day's gonna have to reel him in a little bit. Make sure you don't get too pass happy. But I put this on X the other day. I said, I've always been someone who's wondered, what does Ohio State, especially with Ryan Day's route concepts, what does Ohio State look like in a semi-air raid? Yeah, I would take Cliff.
That'd be different, man.
I would take Cliff Kingsbury. I really would.
Yeah. I mean, like, you think he'd come for the right money? I mean, I think anybody would come for the right money, but like,
it's the offensive coordinator of the Ohio State Buckeyes position.
Yeah, dude, that's
it's in all reality right now, because everyone has a head coach. This is the biggest job on the market right now in college football.
Yeah.
But anything else, man, before we get to our last caller?
Well, I know when the wide receiver coaching position opened up, Ryan Day's phone was blowing up. So I guarantee you're more likely right. His phone's probably blowing up for this offensive coordinator role. But other than that, man, I'm gonna make a bold prediction, and it's not about Ohio State. It's about that team up north. And you know what? I'll probably take a bunch of flack for this, which I don't care, because you know what? I called my shot and Sharon Moore, and look what happened. Dude, I don't think Bryce Underwood is all that. I think he'll lose his job eventually because he's full of himself. He's arrogant. And like, I see some things mentally as well in terms of like ego, overly confident, and some, insecurities. Here's the insecurities, man. If I am a quarterback from the University of Michigan and I see some burner accounts doing, Photoshop of, me looking fat and saying I'm out of shape, I don't give a damn. I'm the quarterback of the University of Michigan. I'm making $12 million through my entirety of me being there. 12.5 million of me being there. I'm not going to go on Instagram and do a photo of my six pack. I'm gonna go throughout my day. That's the things I'm talking about, man. And also it seems like he's all about himself. He bombed the interview of Jordan Marshall after the Michigan State game when Bryce Underwood didn't do a dang thing. It was the Jordan Marshall show, which, by the way, he will not be back. Jordan Marshall will not be back for his senior year. He's going to be a first-round talent. He will leave after his junior year. There's no way.
You heard it here first, my guy Rob. Again, everybody, go ahead and follow Rob and Pete also. I know Rob, you're not there right now, but they'll definitely be back soon. Go ahead and follow them over at the Buckeye Battle Cry Show over here on YouTube. Subscribe to them. Rob, always love talking to you, man. Appreciate you.
Yep. Later, bro.
OH.
IO.
All right, let's bring our last call of the night. Cam, what's going on, man?
What's good?
Nothing but the ceiling, baby. What's on your mind?
I mean, we talk. You know how the Discord goes at night when we talk about the Buckeyes.
Yeah, for sure.
I know one conversation me and Terry have had recently is we think we can repeat, but it's more or less the defense is not going to be as good as last year. We all know that. I don't think it needs to be as good as, but I think a lot of what next season relies on is if Julian takes that year 2 leap like CJ did.
Yeah.
You're playing a very hard schedule, and you like what you saw from the last 2 games of Julian. He looked like a first-time starter in his biggest games. Was a lot of it on the O-line? I think so, but was it a lot on Julian, like misreading coverages or not trusting his eyes?
Not running when there's 15 yards in front of you?
Yeah. I said the 2 greatest quarterbacks in Ryan Day history have been mobile quarterbacks.
I agree. It's funny because a lot of people forget like CJ's first touchdown was like a 40, 50-yard run.
I think CJ talent wise and like quarterback wise is his best quarterback, but at Ohio State his best quarterbacks were Justin Fields and Will Howard.
Yeah, in terms of I see what you're saying here. Yeah, I agree with you on that. I think for Julian,
I want to see Sayan's mental toughness to be able to at least like his 42 in a game, like when you saw in the Indiana, like I want you to go get a few yards. I think he's possible, but also like.
Well, he also ain't 6'5", 230.
But he's not. But I mean,
I agree with you.
I mean, he's also 6 foot. Like what? He's 6'1", 2 like.
No, it's funny. Like a lot of people call him small. He's much bigger than Reed over at Texas A&M. He's like 180, 6 foot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's all about the heart. If you're gonna.
It is. No, I think there's a lot of things that because like there's a lot of things that he does very well to great, right? But there are these small things that like within his game that he just struggles with. One of them looking over the middle for a pass. Another one of them running when there's clearly yards in front of you that you can take. And I think coming to this year, that definitely has to be coached into him. Because I'm guessing and the thing is, man, and this is in high school, right? The guy has damn near 700 rushing yards in his college career or high school career. But of course, this is college now; it's much different. But you gotta have that mental fortitude. Sometimes you just gotta put your nuts on the table, bro, and go out there and do it. Like, I mean, yeah, again, Justin's a bigger guy, real dual threat. But bro, some of the hits that we saw Justin take, like that hit against Michigan, then he comes back 2 plays later and throws a rocket down the field. Yeah, that's the type of shit you want to see out of him, bro. It really is.
I think it's to the point like I think Julian has all like me and Terry were talking about this. I said I think Arch is going to be the best quarterback in the country next year. I just his size, the way he plays.
That last half of the season, I see it.
I mean, it's you can see the talent in him. Like, yeah, you saw why. Like he was a lot of like the reason why that offense. Like, I'm not gonna lie, the receivers were horrific, and he went out there. It was I don't know, but the offensive line you were talking about Ian Moore. I think like I said, we were talking about it, and I think the offensive line is is going to like have a huge shift, like going into next season.
What do you think the O line looks like next year? Who do you think starts, left or right?
Okay, I said personally, I think there's only one spot safe, and Terry said two. I said the only person spot that should be safe is Carson Hinsman. Then he said Carson and Luke should have both their spots safe.
Those spot. Carson's gonna start no matter where. Okay, whether it be right guard or center.
No, Carson's playing center. He's played center for 2 years. They're not moving a guy that's played center.
Then that right guard spot isn't going anywhere, and I don't want it to.
No,
because what I'm not gonna do to Luke, friend of the show, by the way.
Luke is left guard. Luke is left.
Sorry, left guard. But what I'm not gonna do to Luke is push him away over a couple games, because all season we saw nothing but him mowing guys down. Against Texas, one of the better D lines in the country, we saw him protect the quarterback.
I think Luke. But what I was going to say, I think Luke stays at left guard. I think the person that needs to be moved off the left tackle. I think he played very well. He won the spot in camp in a battle. I just think Searveld. Personally, I don't think he's big enough to play left tackle. I think he played very well for what he got put into. I think if
he did.
I think I'm not gonna shit on him. But like when you look at it, like you can see, obviously, that's not his spot. I think personally, I think he's gonna play right guard or right tackle, and I think you let Ian or Carter Lowe try to take over that left tackle spot.
I agree with you, and this is one of the reasons why during the I had asked this question in a Buckeye space, and before the Miami game, and I said, hey, like, do you guys think like maybe we should be rotating guys like in different positions? And they said, no, man, you gotta keep them where they are. But then my question came was, then what was because in the offseason, did we not hear and were we not told? And this is the same as last year too, but every single one of these guys has a secondary position on the offensive line. So with that being said, I like the idea of Searveld going to right guard, and listen, and if shit doesn't work out the way you want it to, put him back at left tackle if Carter Lowe or Ian Moore can't do it. I think Ian Moore is going to be completely fine.
I think it's up to those two, and I think I think you kind of put it like where I think Austin's probably your best offensive lineman personally. Like, I mean, he went and played left tackle for you, and like
Austin Searveld is the best offensive lineman in Ohio State. The simple fact that we know he can play, and it's so funny that he was better at left tackle than he was at right tackle.
I think he was better than anybody he played against at left tackle. I think he could have played right tackle as well. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think you need to find somebody on the team that is big. Like, I think just like body wise, I think you need to have a lengthier person or somebody that can take a bull rush a little bit better. Like, Austin's great with his hand movements and swiping and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I just think Austin should be playing guard or right tackle.
And on top of that, again, like, and say if injury were to happen, right? You can kick him out if you need to.
Obviously,
like listen, like they had bright spots this year, and they had a very low moment against Miami. But I mean, Padilla and Gabe and Sickle, they'll be in another year in the system, another year of development. If need be, you can put them there if you need to kick them out. But yeah, I think right now, I think I agree with you in terms of what the offensive line should be, and I've been long saying this. I think Ohio State needs to start playing kids early at left tackle, especially when you have a talented guy like Carter Lowe, right?
Carter, I'm me and you know Ramon RJ.
Yeah, I know Ramon. Shout out to Ramon, man.
Well, me and RJ went to a spring game on the Natty season that we had, and we met Carter Lowe when he was a recruit, and we met Paris Johnson right after him. And he's 17 years old. He was the same size as Paris Johnson, like same
Yeah.
size. Like that is like he is all of 6'6", 6'7".
Yeah, man, I'm with you on that. But anything else, man, before we get out of here?
I guess the biggest top. I mean, like I said, I think we're good enough to win a Natty next year. I think our defense steps a big step back. Not a big step, but like you're not gonna have first rounders everywhere.
Bro, I saw somebody.
But you at least have proven production coming in.
Yeah, like I saw somebody tweet this out. Like, do you think Ohio State's defense is gonna take a step back next season? Well, duh.
You don't have a
Bro,
Downs
you don't. But it's not even that, bro. Year after year after year after year, you're not gonna stop teams for 8 points per game.
No,
that's not reality. So yeah, it's gonna take a step back. But I think this defense, especially the secondary, being that they have a lot of guys that are ball hawkers, you have something new back there, a little bit different. It's not Caleb Downs back there, but it's a little bit different.
I think you're better than I think you're more multiple. I think you have more Hancock in that slot now than Lorenzo Styles. I don't know, but like also like what you guys were talking about OC, the guy before I was watching you with. Personally, OC, like we were saying, I think like our offense, like Hartline, I don't think Hartline was ever supposed to be an OC. I think he did it so he could get a head coaching job. But Hartline wasn't like horrific, but he also wasn't like at like the type of spot where you can call a sequence of run game, like a run game. That was his weakness.
Yeah, I don't think. I agree. I don't think he was bad. He just wasn't awesome, right? And on, like on a different side of it, I think he became the OC because Ryan Day essentially had to do it. You aren't gonna keep a guy at wide receiver coach, but like with everything that he's accomplished as a wide receivers coach. And he's been for 2 years. He was a pass game coordinator. You can't for 9 years. You can't keep him at that spot, or 8 years. You can't keep him there. So no, I understood it. I did.
I mean, with the OC spot right now, I think if you keep it with Bone and Keenum, there's a high chance it stays like that. I think the offense can be a lot better if you just fix the offensive line. I think Bo's going to be amazing next year, personally.
Oh, I agree.
But I think personally, the offensive line and then Julian needs to fix a lot. Like Julian needs to take the year two like step up that we all kind of expect underneath Ryan Day.
I think he will. I think
you want a college OC?
Huh?
You said you want a college OC?
I want Cliff Kingsbury.
Is he even in college?
No. Come out of the NFL ranks, but I want him.
I think there's a few. Like personally, I think all you need is somebody that has the right like run. I think run game matters for Ohio State. The best offenses we've had is when a run game is like our red zone was horrific.
It was. I'm not gonna lie to you about that. Yeah, that was. I am in full step with that. It was terrible. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't.
I think it was terrible. No, I think it was terrible. I truly when you
your top 20 in the country aren't terrible at it, but it wasn't good when you needed to be against the best teams.
I don't think it was Ohio State's standard, and
we have an insane standard. You know that.
But I'm just saying, like you saw games against like Ohio U where you couldn't get into the red zone.
You ain't lying. But shoot, Cam, bro, I appreciate you for calling in, man. Call in more, bro. You know, I'm gonna talk to you soon, anyways. You know that.
Yeah.
So yeah, shout out my guy Cam here, but you can see him over on Spaces in Spaces, in Bug Guy Space. He's awesome. He's a real smart guy. But appreciate you, Cam, man.
Peace out.
Peace out, bro. All right, everybody. That concludes the show for tonight. Again, this is the Ohio State Calling Show presented by FanDuel. You can catch us every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'll also be here on Monday for the Ohio State Primetime Show with myself, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, presented by FanDuel. Always a good time, always a lot to talk about in terms of football, Ohio State, everything that's going on in the college football landscape. Thank you all for being here. Again, if you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you are watching on X, retweet it, like it, do the same. Again, appreciate you all. Hope to see you next week. Hope to see you Monday. And as always, OH, IO.